Forrest Gump once said, "Life's like a box of chocolates. You'll never know what you're going to get." And for my most memorable experience, that's exactly what it was. I never knew that I would have a memorable experience, especially something as small as this was. Getting my first deer kill wasn't only something that changed my life forever and I'll never forget, it also helped me further myself in all the training that I put in for it. My first deer kill was actually with a bow, which any bow hunters that watch this knows that there's a ton of practice that goes into pulling your first bow back when you're 12 years old all the way up to your last bow kill whenever you're in your deathbed. But mine was whenever I was 12. I got my first bow and I could barely pull it back. It took almost a year and a half worth of me just constantly shooting and building up the strength of my arm to finally get it pulled back enough to let an arrow go down range to kill a deer. Whenever I was 13 and a half, me and my dad finally decided we were going to go and see if I could possibly get a deer with my bow opening season. We went out. It was a cold, still morning. Sun came up perfect. It was a perfect morning. All we needed was a deer to walk out in front of us. We sat there for 5 hours waiting for a deer to come out, and it never did, but we started to pack up because we figured we'll just get one next year. We'll do another year of training, and so I'll be extra ready next year. We started to pack up our things and get ready to go down the stands, and we heard some rustling off to our left behind us into the trees. So my dad thought about it for a second. He decided, let's give it a little bit and see if that may turn into something that walks out on us. So we sat there for another 10-15 minutes, and a deer slowly starts nuzzling its way out of the trees. But it took me about another 15 minutes to get over my nervousness just to be able to try to pull the bow back. All in all, I got the deer, and I was so nervous that I couldn't even hold my bow after I shot it. My dad had to take it away from me, and I could barely climb down the stands. Most memorable experiences aren't the biggest things in life, like an award or a scholarship or your first vehicle. Sometimes it's as small as just spending a day with your dad, freezing your butts off and loving every second of it, and that's the things that stick with you the most in your life.